Something very strange and interesting and amazing actually happened to me, which I wanted to share with you today. And my name is Avishai, I'm 58, and the thing that I wanted to talk to you about is that I found out that somehow in my life my dreams began to fulfill themselves without without me doing almost anything about it. And I will try to explain what happened. So I had a few dreams, like we all have, that I wanted, things that I wanted to happen in my life. And they seemed too big for me to make true, to make them become true, because there are many types of people, and many people are very ambitious and powerful and strong, with very strong mind and powerful will. These people can achieve many goals that they set to themselves, because they have the capacity to be consistent and persistent about what they want, and to act on a daily basis, week after week, month after month, year after year, towards their goals, until they come to a point where they achieve what they want. And there are many people like this, especially here in YouTube. You can find them all over the place. This type of people, they are called achievers. I will maybe talk about different types of people, because not everybody is like this. So this subject of personality types is a very interesting subject, which I will maybe talk in another video. But I wanted to start with the thing that happened to me in my life, that I realized that I don't have to be an achiever, because my personality is very different than achievers types, and I realized that I don't have to be this kind of person to achieve my dreams. But I was very surprised with what happened to me, and I give you an example. When I was a little kid, my hero, each kid have his own heroes. My hero was Tarzan, this strong and lonely man that lives in the jungle, surrounded by amazing trees and mountains and rivers and wild animals. And I wanted to be like him. I wanted one day to live in a tropical climate, in a tropical country. I was born in Israel, which is not not a tropical country. So I had this dream on the back of my mind as I grew up, but my life was not leading to this direction. And as I grew up, I realized, as I said before, that I don't have enough willpower and ambition to make a project like relocate to another country come true. It was too big for me. I was always more introvert, more spiritual, more a type of inspirational type. I grew up to be an artist, a musician, and a painter, and I was most of the time I actually live in and inside myself in a world and fields of inspiration. So this allows me to be not bad artist, but it's a kind of personality that is not very grounded and not very materialistic. And you have to be very grounded and very materialistic in order to achieve goals in the material world, right? You have uh, uh, to achieve goals, to put a direction to yourself, to make plans, and to be consistent about making them happen. And I was not like this. I was an artist and the spiritual type, very airy, that lives in the moment and not so much in the future. And it was very hard for me to establish plans and to work day by day by day to achieve them. I was living in the moment, and so very soon in my life I realized that this sweet dream of the little child that I was to move into a tropical country, it was just a dream that wasn't meant to be. And today I left Israel, I live in Thailand, which is a tropical country with a tropical climate, with beautiful jungles around, beautiful beaches, and it just happened. And I will try to explain how in my channel, because I think that sometimes for some of us, dreams make us come true more than we make the dream come true. If I can put it this way. And because it's very important for me to address the other types, because achievers, again, the personality types of achievers that know how to build their future according to their will. There are many people like this, but there are many people that don't feel so comfortable in these somewhat forceful energies of the achievers. Many people are more reflective, more inside of themselves, more quiet, more introvert, more vulnerable sometimes, and also not so strong, not just in their psychological structure, which is very important when you want to achieve goals. You have to be strong psychologically. But many people are not that strong psychologically in this regard. They have other powers, other strength, like maybe artistic, or maybe they can write great poetry, or they're spiritual or philosophical personalities, but they don't have enough psychological strength, and sometimes they don't have enough physical strength, because achievers are many times very strong also in their physicality. They can sleep little hours, get up very early and start working on their dreams day by day until they make it. So I think that there are other and different types of people that are not addressed enough. People like myself, that I'm not so strong in my willpower. I just had this dream, it was very romantic, but I didn't know how I can make it happen, and I didn't know what to do about it, and I didn't do anything about it. Just because my focus was different in another place. I was focused on, I wanted to write songs and to record them, to be a songwriter. And this was another dream that I had that actually I will talk about also in another video. It was an amazing dream that I wanted to happen to me, and that I realized that it was very hard to make it come true. And it happened again. Somehow it happened to me, but I wanted to focus in this video about the first dream, about relocate or actually living in a tropical country like I do today, to my surprise. So what happened to me is that at a certain age, at about the age of about around the age of 30, 32, something like this, I started to realize that I have something in my body, a challenge that gradually became more and more difficult. I started to realize that I have an extreme sensitivity to cold. This problem grew stronger and stronger as I grew older, and it came to a point where I started to suffer because whenever the temperature went down from 24 degrees Celsius, I started to feel so uncomfortable that I had to put clothes on myself. And I realized that I am sensitive in a very extreme way. I think it might be something that is called SPD, sensory processing disorder. I was never diagnosed because when I was a child, nobody knew about this thing. It is a relatively new area in health. And so I was never diagnosed. And today, where I live in Thailand, nobody will, there is nobody that can tell me if I have this or not. But to make a long story short, it's a situation where somebody have sensitivity in an extreme way. It can be sensitivity to touch, textures, temperatures, or to audio experience. You know, for example, when a motorbike, which is very loud, passes by, most people will just experience it as something that it's not a problem, but someone with SPD can experience it in a very harsh way, like he cannot, it's overwhelming. He cannot take it, it's too much. It's like painful. So it can be, again, in the field of touch, temperature, noises, tastes, sometimes sensitivity to light, and all kind of sensitivities. So in my case, it was extreme sensitivity to cold, which grew stronger and stronger. And this situation was so difficult that at one point I just realized that I'm suffering too much. About 9 months each year I suffered from cold. And I lived in Israel, which is considered a warm country, a very warm country, but most of the year I was in like winter inside my body. So life became just impossible. at my own home, I was walking around with 12 or 13 layers of clothes and hats and coats and long underpants, one above the other, like a few too many layers, and I slept with about 13 blankets and shoes. And when I went to work, it was impossible because everybody used the air conditioner and I was suffering. And I also had heat waves, which turned to cold waves. So my life experience in this body of mine was just terrible suffering. I had to put on clothes and take them off when heat wave came and put them on back, and it takes time and laundries, and life became very, very ridiculous. So at one point the suffering was so intense that I just broke, and I realized that I can't go on like this. And I made a decision to take all my savings from about 40 years of savings and just buy a ticket to somewhere that is warmer all year round, a place with no winter. And I made my research and I found that Thailand was the right place for me, and I just took my things and went to Thailand. And that's it. So and then at one point, when living in Thailand, now I'm here for about 2 years and 7 months. And then one point I realized, hey, this was my dream when I was a child. I wanted to live in a tropical country, and here I am. So my dream make itself come true through me, and it was so amazing and so surprising because it was not anything that I could have ever imagined that I can do, but I just did it. I know so many people, my friends, in Israel, that are talking about it all the time. They're tired of their life. They want to relocate to somewhere else. They want to move to Thailand like I did, and they ask me all kind of questions, but they never do this because they have choice, and I didn't have choice. So I think what was amazing to me is that not having choice, I was realized that this was the real freedom. Because if you have choice, if you have to choose from this thing or these things, if you have more than one option, then you are in a prison of making the decision. So we talked about the achiever types. Achiever personality types are people that excel, and this is their very strong capacity is to make decisions. They have to make decisions all the time. And I never knew how to make decisions. How can I make decisions? And I'm trying to talk to people like me that are not achievers, people that are more soft in their personality, that they just can't, make decisions, hard ones. And what happened in my life, that I didn't have any choice. I came to a point where I just cannot live like this anymore. So I just turned and walked the only path that I had, and it was leaving my country, my family, my friends, my girlfriend that I love, just leaving all behind, say that I'm very sorry to everybody and that I just cannot, and I just did it. and here I am. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about, because I started to realize that dreams are not our own. It's like the dreams are the dreams of life. Life was dreaming through me as a child to be in this tropical environment, and life make me do it. Life make it happen. So this is how my dream made me true. And this is my message to you today. And I have more stories, surprising stories like this, that I will share in the next videos, that tells exactly the same principle, that things that I wanted so much to happen to me just happened, and not because I did all that I had to do to make it happen. On the contrary, I did what I have to do with no choice, and I found myself fulfilling my dreams. So this is my message for you. I hope there are people there, and if you know somebody like this, that are more soft in their personality, more fragile, and maybe confused about how to live, how to make their dreams come true. And I'm gonna talk to this kind of people, because I am not an achiever. I'm not a strong mind and strong willpower personality type. So thank you for watching. Please, if you have any questions or any topics that you want me to talk more about, just leave them in the comments below. Like the video, it will be very helpful for me. Subscribe to my channel, forgive my English, and I'll see you again in the next videos. Thank you so much. My name was Avishai. I'll see you again. Bye bye. Thank you.